welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a soft glowy spring makeup look. Today is the first day of spring, so you know we had to hop on and do a spring tutorial. This tutorial is going to be very light, very fresh, very radiant. This is going to be for those girls who like to do the whole your skin but better type of vibe. Also, if you notice that I like to do my eyebrows and eyes before my skin prep, so that's exactly how we're going to do it today. But yeah, no long intro, let's just get into it. Alright, first thing is we need to pin our hair back because this little piece here is going to bother me. Next, let's get into the skin prep. I already moisturized and did my skincare, but we are going to use another moisturizer just to hydrate the face. This is the Somerville Goat Milk and Moisturizing Cream. So we're going to use that. And this is just going to, again, hydrate and smooth everything out. And this makes everything look soft and plump. Okay, then I'm going to take my Rodial Dragon's Blood Hyaluronic Acid spray. This is to hydrate and tone, but this also helps with just getting ready for that dewy base. Alright, so while this is settling, we're just going to move into our brows. I am going to be using my Dominique Cosmetics eyebrow pencil. This is in the color Cool Deep Brown, and we're just going to keep it light, not very structured. So I'm just going to brush it up and then just use light strokes just to fill in the sparse areas. Okay, eyebrows are done. So now that we have the eyebrows on, we can move on into the eyes. I don't use an eyebrow primer, but if you want to, so your eyeshadow can stay on a little bit longer, then you definitely can. I'm just going to go straight in with my palette. So we're keeping the eyes super simple and pretty. So I'm going to use my Wonder Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is in the, I don't know, I guess the name is called Trailblazer. And I'm just going to put a soft neutral eyeshadow into my crease. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush like this. And I'm going to mix the color in Mandy and Jen. Those two colors together to put in my crease. So then next I'm going to take my AOA Studio Velour eyeshadow. This is in the shade called Velour. And we're just going to place that all over the eyelid. And just give it a soft shimmer. This step is optional. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to take an angled brush. Well, a eyeliner brush that's normally meant for like cream eyeliner, but I'm going to use it for my powder eyeliner. But I'm going to go back into my Wonder palette, and I'm actually going to take the color Elizabeth down here. and place that in the eyeliner area, just to give my eye a little bit more depth. Next, then we're going to go ahead and take our Essence. Well, no, actually, before we do that, we're going to put on some mascara. This is my fave mascara of all time. It's the Lancome Monsour Big mascara. You could also curl your lashes, but I forgot my my eyelash curler, so we just want to do this off the cuff. This step is also optional. You don't have to. You can just put the mascara on your top and bottom lashes and then be done with the eyes. But if you want to add a little bit more glam, which I sort of kind of want to do, add a little bit glam, then you can add lashes. So I am going to take my lashes from AliExpress from Video Free in the style E12 and pop these on. Alright, and lashes are on. And now we're going to take our nude eyeliner. This is from Essence in Silky Nude, and put that in our waterline. Okay, and that's just to brighten up the eyes. Now we are going to put mascara on the bottom lashes, but we're going to do that at the end once we're done with our face. Which, speaking of, coming back to the face, now we are going to prime. I'm going to take my Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer and do a little, like this big of a dot. I want my face to glow, but I don't want it to look like I put a pile of glitter on my face, because this is very illuminating. So our face should be very glowy, very hydrated. Next, I'm going to take my skin tint. I'm not going to do something super heavy because this is supposed to be glowy and fresh and lightweight. So, excuse me. Like I said, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint, and this is in the color Tan Neutral. And I'm going to blend this out with a sponge so it can just melt into the skin. Alright, so the foundation is on. Now, you can add more if you feel like you need some more coverage, which I feel like I need just a tad bit more coverage, especially right here, because I have this random behind big bump right there. And I will say the texture of this foundation or this skin tint is very liquidy, but I mean, I guess that's the purpose of the skin tint. It's just to enhance your natural skin tone without it being full glam or like full coverage. And I'm actually kind of nervous about this color because I'm not a neutral undertone. I do have warm undertones, but it actually fits me pretty well. And because it's a skin tint, it's not overbearing. Right, so now that we have our skin tint on, we can move on to concealer. And for concealer, I'm using my Morphe Filter Effort. Filter, not even effort, it's Filter Effects. Lord, I can't talk. Soft Radiance Concealer, and this is in medium 14. This is lighter than my skin tone, but it's going to give us that bright under eye, which is great for the spring and summertime. Okay, I feel like I need to add a little bit more under my eyes. I can still see some darkness. But instead of me blending it out with my brush, with a sponge, I'm gonna blend it out with a brush. It's a little bit better. I look a little bit more alive and awake. Okay. All right. And the last cream product we're going to use, or liquid product we're going to use, is our blush. This is the e.l.f. Petty Blush in Turk and Caicos. Now we're going to set our face. First, I'm going to use my setting powder for my under eyes and my targeted areas. This is the BYOD loose setting powder in the color Banana. And I'm actually going to take a sponge. I got this from AOA Studio. And again, I'm just going to place this under my eyes and in my highlighter areas. Alright, so now we're going to set the rest of our face. I'm going to take my AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Press Powder and my big fluffy brush here. I'm going to dab slightly because this is a little bit darker than my skin tone, but we just want to set the areas like the jaw and around the forehead because the rest of it is going to get set with their respective powders. So just 1-2 dab, nothing crazy. And then again, just going to do the jawline and the forehead. So now we're going to move on to bronzer. I'm going to take my Juvia's Place bronzer. This is in the color Tan. And I'm just going to take an angle brush here. And I'm going to dab 1-2 and with 3-4. And the top one is a little bit lighter, and again, this is supposed to be very fresh and radiant. If I was going out at night, I would use the darker one just to give me a little bit more of a sultry look, but we want to keep this very, again, light, fresh, and radiant. And next, we're going to go ahead and take our powder blush. Oh, sorry, y'all. This is Milani. This is their baked powder blush in Dose Pink. This is going to add dimension and let the cream blush last a little bit longer. And I'm just going to take this big brush right here. Okay, you see how it just brightened up the blush a little bit more, but didn't overpower it. That's what we want. That's what we want. And last but not least, for when it comes to the face, we're going to take a highlighter. This is from Delish Cosmetics. This was in one of my Ipsy BoxyCharms. I'm pretty sure I showed this to you guys. And then I'm just going to take a brush like this and just go ahead and hit the high points of my face, which is like my cheekbones, my nose, and we're going to add a little bit to our inner corners just to brighten up the eyes a little bit more. Before we set our face, we're just going to take our mascara and just run it down on our lower lashes. So just so all the powders and stuff can melt in while we do our lips, I'm going to take my setting spray. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Setting Mist. We're going to go ahead and do our lip. So the first thing I'm going to take is my Sephora lip liner in the color Molasses. And we're just going to line our lips. Okay, then I'm going to take my ColourPop Lippy Stick. This is in the color Aftershock. I don't know if they make this color anymore, but I still have it and I like the color, so we're going to use it today. And we're just going to keep just blending the liner and the lipstick to your desired look. Okay, and then I'm going to take my NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the color Eclair, and just really focus it in the middle. All right, and we're going to spray our face one more time with our setting spray. Again, it's to really lock it in, but also get our glow back. And there we have it, you guys. This is my version of a soft, glowy spring makeup tutorial. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what other type of videos you guys want to see from me. More full glam, more soft glam, maybe everyday looks. But yeah, I'm doing whatever you guys would like for me to do, and I'll just see you guys in my next one. Bye, y'all.